Well then, Chintara Japanese History, Episode 2.
Oh, Episode 2. Last time we covered the basics of the Jomon period, right?
Indeed, that it lasted over 10,000 years, that they made pottery, had trade networks. Serious history talk.
Yeah, proper history stuff.
This time, however,
Yeah?
I thought we'd talk about completely trivial things.
Trivial things?
How Jomon people used the toilet, their pets, their love lives. Things that would never appear in a textbook.
Oh nice. Actually, that's what I'm more curious about.
Exactly. History isn't just about great leaders. How ordinary people lived day to day. That's where it gets interesting.
Totally. I'd rather read someone's daily blog than a biography of a great person.
Blog. Well, let's get rambling. Right then, let's dive straight in with the toilet situation.
Starting with poop right away?
Starting with poop right away.
Well, I am curious. How did Jomon people handle their bathroom needs?
To put it plainly, dedicated toilets, as we know them, didn't exist.
What? So where did they go?
By the river, mainly.
The river?
Near the shallow parts of rivers. Traces of human waste have actually been found in the river near the Sanai Maruyama site.
So there's actual evidence. Archaeology is amazing. They even find poop evidence.
Archaeologists investigate everything. Excrement is actually a valuable source of information. It reveals diet, parasites, health conditions, everything.
History told through poop.
Precisely. There's something called coprolite.
Coprolite?
Literally, feces that have fossilized over thousands of years. Analyzing them reveals incredibly detailed information about ancient diets.
Thousands of years old poop still existing? That's sustainable in a weird way.
That's not quite what sustainable means. Anyway, coprolites contain fragments of fish bones, nutshells, plant seeds, all sorts.
So the deer, boar, and acorns from last episode. That's all confirmed by ancient poop.
Exactly. Evidence comes not just from the dining table, but from the output end as well.
Output end. Nice euphemism.
Now, as for why they chose the riverside.
Yeah.
There's a rational reason for it. Running water carries everything away.
Oh, like a natural flush toilet?
Precisely. The current handles disposal. Much more hygienic than doing it in the village.
Makes sense. But what about winter? Burying your behind by a freezing river?
It would have been cold, yes.
Jomon people had serious mental fortitude.
They managed it for over 10,000 years. They were probably used to it.
That's scary. The exact opposite of us not being able to function without a heated toilet seat.
They didn't even have toilet paper, mind you.
Wait, so what did they wipe with?
Leaves, wooden sticks, things like that. Honestly, whether they wiped at all is uncertain.
That's wild.
Fun fact. Using paper for that purpose in Japan didn't start until around the Heian period.
Heian? That's super recent in the grand scheme of things.
Before that, people used thin wooden spatulas called chugi to, well, scrape.
Chugi?
A thin wooden board. You'd scrape with it.
Ouch. Whoever invented toilet paper deserves a Nobel Prize.
There's no Nobel Prize for toilet innovation, but I understand the sentiment. There's another interesting tidbit, actually.
There's more?
Traces of excrement have been found in shell mounds too.
Shell mounds. The garbage dumps from last episode?
Meaning the garbage dump may have doubled as a toilet.
Garbage and toilet in one spot. That's like an apartment with the toilet right next to the dumpster.
Not quite the same, I think. But their concept of dirty may have been quite different from ours.
True. The idea of what's dirty is cultural, isn't it?
Well said. Hygiene standards change with the times.
Yeah. But I'll stick with modern plumbing, thanks.
As would I. Now, let's talk about pets.
Did Jomon people have pets?
They did. Dogs.
Dogs. Nice.
Dog bones have been found carefully buried alongside humans at multiple Jomon sites.
Carefully buried?
Yes, right next to human graves, properly placed in dug holes. Some were even buried in the same curled-up position as human burials.
So they weren't just livestock, they were family.
That's the consensus. Hunting partners, guard dogs, and beloved companions.
A friendship between dogs and humans going back to the Jomon period. That's touching.
At the Kamakuroiwa rock shelter in Ehime Prefecture, a dog burial dating back about 7,000 years was found. One of the oldest pet records in Japan.
7,000 years ago. That's an insanely long relationship between dogs and humans.
What's more, DNA analysis shows these dogs were closely related to modern Japanese breeds. Shiba Inus, Akitas and the like.
Shiba Inu ancestors. So those fluffy guys were around since the Jomon period?
They probably weren't as fluffy back then, but the lineage is connected.
Jomon Shiba Inus. Did they walk them on rope leashes?
Unknown about leashes, but they definitely hunted together. Dogs would run ahead to flush out deer and boar.
Hunting dogs. Like retrievers today.
However, I should note that there's also evidence of dogs being eaten.
Excuse me?
In some times and regions, dogs appear to have been used as food.
But they were pets.
The relationship may have been cherished companion, but also food source when necessary. Modern sensibilities make it complicated, but that was a different time.
Their relationship with life was just different from ours.
Indeed, it's not about right or wrong, different times, different norms. Now, shall we talk about romance?
Ooh, getting romantic all of a sudden.
Whether it's romantic or not remains to be seen.
How did Jomon people get married? Were there wedding ceremonies?
Whether ceremonies existed is unknown, but we can infer marriage patterns from archaeological sites.
How so?
From housing arrangements. Many settlements have pid dwellings arranged in circles, and research suggests women stayed in their home village while men visited from other settlements.
Visiting marriage, like what high-end aristocrats did.
Oh, you know about that? Indeed, a visiting marriage-like system has been suggested.
So men were walking miles every night thinking, time to go see her again?
They would have been walking, yes, for kilometers.
No dating apps, no line, just walking?
Correct. If you wanted to see someone, you walked.
So pure, no, left on read, anxiety in the Jomon period.
No, read, and no, left. You either go or you don't.
Simple.
Another interesting aspect is accessories.
Those came up last time, right? Jade Magatama beads.
Yes, those may not have been just fashion. They may have been courtship gifts.
Wait, proposing with jade? Like an engagement ring?
Possibly. A precious jade piece carried all the way from Niigata. Quite the committed gift.
Not exactly Amazon Prime next day delivery. Months of effort to get that jade. The weight of that gift is on another level.
A different kind of sacrifice than buying an engagement ring on a 5-year loan, I suppose.
5-year loans are rough too, though.
Also, Jomon people practiced tooth extraction as a custom,
Tooth extraction? Why?
believed to be a coming of age or marriage ritual. Quite a few skeletons with intentionally removed front teeth have been found.
Ouch. Pulling teeth for a coming of age ceremony? If that happened today, it'd go viral for all the wrong reasons. Hashtag Jomon controversy, trending immediately.
Trending or not, it was an important rite of passage back then. Proof of adulthood and eligibility for marriage.
I see. Maybe enduring pain itself was the proof of being grown up.
Well said. Rites of passage across all cultures tend to involve some form of ordeal. Now, let's wrap up with food.
Yes, I love food talk.
Last time we covered deer, boar, and acorns. Today let's talk about more obscure Jomon foods.
Obscure foods?
First of all, Jomon people made something resembling cookies.
Cookies.
Not exactly cookies, but ground chestnuts and walnuts mixed with eggs and animal fat, then baked. They're called Jomon cookies.
Jomon cookies. Sounds like something Starbucks would sell. Today's special. The Jomon cookie.
Starbucks doesn't sell them, but researchers have actually recreated and tasted them.
Wait, they ate them? How did they taste?
Apparently plain and a bit dry. But not bad.
Plain and dry, plus gluten-free. Could totally sell as a health food today. Jomon diet cookie.
Diet food or not, moving on. Jomon people may have also consumed fermented foods.
Fermented? Like miso?
Not miso yet, but traces suggest they soaked nuts in water and let them ferment naturally.
Like natural pickles?
Something like that. Fermentation extends shelf life and boosts nutritional value.
Jomon people knew about fermentation. They were gut health pioneers.
Gut health. Well, in effect, perhaps. Here's another interesting one, alcohol.
Wait, Jomon people drank.
No definitive proof yet, but if you put wild grapes in a clay pot and leave them, they naturally ferment into alcohol. It's entirely possible.
Natural wine from clay pots. That's the ultimate natural wine. Peak organic.
Natural wine or not, humans and alcohol go way back.
If Jomon people were sitting around a fire, drinking wild grape wine and eating venison, that's actually luxurious.
Actually, I was alive back then, and those were rather pleasant evenings, I must say.
There it is. The eyewitness act again. And apparently you were drinking.
I may or may not have been. Purely speculation.
Suddenly being vague about it.
And that concludes our look at the trivial daily lives of Jomon people.
Trivial, but fascinating.
To summarize, they used the river as a toilet, kept dogs as pets, practiced visiting marriage, and may have baked cookies while drinking wild grape wine.
Honestly, a pretty full life. Aside from no Wi-Fi, it might be livable.
The lack of Wi-Fi would be fatal, I think. Next time, perhaps it's time to move on to the Yayoi period.
Oh, finally the rice farming era. Getting closer to my time too.
Well, we'll ramble on again next time. Listen at your leisure.
Think anyone fell asleep already?
If they fell asleep during the poop discussion, I'd be impressed.
Good point. Good night.
Good night.